Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the USC Trojans, taking on the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Mustangs will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So USC's offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Brewer. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Convert that 3rd down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
So you get stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, the huge opportunity. He throws the deep ball down the field right in the breadbasket, and he drops it. There's no coming back from that one. There's nothing nice to say. Just refire, play the next play.
Time to take a shot. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This defense talked about it. We want to set the tone. We don't want to give up big plays. First drive, the offense tries to accomplish that. This is a big play offense. Defense does a great job staying at home, staying disciplined, and getting the INT, creating some early momentum in this football game.
The give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Wow, what a big play. And how about the hit-stick tackle right there? That's one this offense is going to remember.
And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Red pass, it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And the Mustangs can work. He'll keep it himself. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Mustangs! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And, guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the catch. It's Green. Oh, he's got some space. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback will keep it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He makes the grab. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So first down here as they go back to work. On the snap, it's Wormley. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a 3rd down and goal situation.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. So now on comes the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Missouri was able to finish off a close one in Columbia. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Running back searching for a hole. Plows through the defense. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quick strike complete. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It is perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Jordan. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. The Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Finds his big tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, SMU. Effective offense, leading the way and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll run play action. The throw. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already... the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
White wants to throw it. Got his man in the middle. Turning it on. Touchdown, Mustangs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying to beat the D deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2. In the first half of this game, he's been...
Here we go. They'll They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the wideout. White going to attack through the air. He's got him. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Here's the handoff. Slithers into space. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So now it's second and long.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
He's got it on the run. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they tried. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Going to run it. It's Ellison. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Taking it the other way. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, 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 please bring it back. Bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off. You're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Matthews. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Trojans are in the hurry up. Quarterback keeper. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 4th down, going to the air. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they couldn't.
Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Trojans!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Got his man downfield. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. White wants to throw it. Working that wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
On the run is Ellison. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. White going to attack through the air. Got his man quickly.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
He'll go to the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Hill. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on 1st down that just goes awry? As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They go to the ground. Hard running there. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guessed right.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed.
Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Steps away. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
And this defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the fourth quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! And the pummeling has started. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Unleashes one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. The Trojans in the hurry up. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the score. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Mustangs send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got it.
And not much else could go wrong. A defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Unloads it downfield. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quarterback making adjustments. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Keeps looking downfield. Headed to the end zone. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. He didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. The snap sets up to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that's just a little window dressing as this game is over. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find